be talking about the second advanced reader's copy book that I read. The book is called A Stone Called Fred, written by S.M. Locke, and this story happens in the UK. As you can see, the cover was interesting, sort of cartoony, and I hadn't heard about this author before, and A Stone that is called Fred. It's too exciting. I had to read this book. A young man wakes up in the morning because something has crash landed through his window onto the kitchen table, and it is a stone that is buzzing. So he grabs everything he can. His pants are half on and he races down the stairs because, oh my God, what if this shit explodes? And so he grabs his stuff, he falls down the stairs, but nothing happens. It doesn't explode. And for the rest of the book, we are finding out about this buzzing, sparking stone. This book was quick, it was quirky, it was enjoyable. I thoroughly enjoyed reading the story about the stone. Fred is a character in this story, but the main story is about the gentleman who finds it on his counter. I finished this book in one evening because it was so quirky and it was so enjoyable. And poor Baden had to cook our dinner, which is great because Baden makes amazing meals. But it also opened my mind to the possibilities of what could happen in a story. And if they're books for adults, they need to be sensible. But this book was not sensible at all. It was on the ridiculous. I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. The other thing that I enjoyed about this book is not even once, did the author ever tell me what these characters looked like. I had no idea. So I could make up what they looked like in my head. Nothing in the book felt overly described, which meant my imagination had a chance to roam and exercise itself, which I absolutely love when I'm reading books. I don't want to know every single detail. I need my brain to fill in the gaps, and that's what makes me enjoy a book much more. I was disappointed with the ending. The plot device that was used didn't give it a satisfactory ending. I think maybe having to write the character out of the predicaments that they had been put in would have made the book way too long and maybe boring, possibly. But it made me feel I've been taken on this amazing journey. And then all of a sudden, who cares how the story ends? I care! The last thing that I didn't like about this book is the depiction of Africa! Like, when will people get this right? It isn't just a vast desert or a vast forest filled with savage people who, if you give them guns, they will shoot everybody! And they don't even care about children. Those poor children who we now have to go and rescue. That is a depiction of Africa that I do not like. And so seeing it in this book was it was very exhausting, and don't do it. If you're writing something about Africa, go visit Africa. Go find out. I promise you, you will not be stuck between a peacekeeping force, camels, and rebels on the other side who are stopping medicine from getting to sick children. I promise you, that's not what you're going to find. So the people who will enjoy this book, maybe young readers, it's a book for all ages, from 18 upwards, because this story is primarily about a 19-year-old, which is probably why he gets into those kind of scrapes. But people of all ages will enjoy this book. If you love fantasy stories with people who have no particular powers, or they're not princes or princesses, or they're not fighting for a crown or discovering fairies, but they're just having an adventure with a miraculous stone, then this book is for you. I also learned some new words: bric-a-brac, chalcedon, snifter, and I'm still looking for Farmenia on Google Maps. I will let you know when I have found it. Overall, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars because I enjoyed it. It was such a fun read, and I recommend it to you. I have another book to discuss, so subscribe and then come back because we have more to talk about.